All right, so there's this new raid farm that was put out by CCS Covenant and Fallen Breath and a few others, and it is massive. It's the equivalent of 25 witch huts, and we're using Fortune 3, and I don't even know how many emeralds it makes. But something tells me it's not going to go according to plan. It looks like it should be fairly easy. It's not really that big of a build. There's a few small complications, but they should be manageable. But something tells me, and I think I have a pretty good intuition about this. First of all, nothing in Minecraft, everything always takes at least twice as long as you think it's going to. And then this one, I think is on another level. I think it's going to be complicated, but I've been putting it off for too long. I took a couple weeks off. We did some things around my base, which were very helpful. And we did the world tour, but I'm all about that redstone. And 25 witch huts worth of redstone with Fortune 3. That's a lot of redstone. That should supply me for a really long time. So I think we got to start somewhere. I don't know. I mean, it seems like I should be able to do it in one episode. So something tells me that's not going to go according to plan, but we'll see. We got to start somewhere. Let's find somewhere to put it. We set up this building some time ago and we don't even use it anymore. I actually forgot to include it in the world tour. This is our old obsidian factory. We would mine lava on the nether side, and then over here we would turn it into obsidian, and we'd sit here and mine it out with this machine here. But we've got almost 2 million obsidian at this point. We don't really need this. We might repurpose this as like a lava collection building, because like it's got a whole bunch of chests that whole bunch of lava buckets in it if we need a bunch of lava for anything like that. But for now, it's just a building that doesn't really get any use. It's a pretty cool looking building, but it's got a couple of unique qualities to it. One, this portal here is halfway in between Astazora's base and my own base. Also, there's a random villager that wandered into that portal. And the other is that this is all deep ocean around here. So I think it was in this direction right here. Yeah, there's a ocean monument right there that's been raided, because I've raided basically all the ocean monuments. Then over here, this is just like all deep ocean for as far as you can see. This seems like a really good spot to put that raid farm. So I think that's where I want to put it. Now, I guess the first place to start is we have to remove some water. There's like a small tunnel that goes down to the ground. We got to remove some water and then do some digging. So let's start there, and then we'll move on. All right, got myself a little pit set up. This actually goes all the way down to bedrock, but it wasn't very hard to set up. Didn't take me too long at all. But that part's all done. So some important notes that I found in the comments on CCS's video, but were not actually mentioned in the video itself, I don't believe. So one of the more important things is that this actually needs to be in the same chunk position as it is in the world download. So that means exactly the same position within the chunk, not rotated at all, has to be facing the same direction, exactly the same position. So if we look here, we've got the southeast edge. So this is the southeast corner right here. If we look at the chunk borders, I'm exactly 1 block away from the chunk border here. And that is exactly the same way that it is in the world download. And that part is really important. And the other part that's really important is that there can be no blocks that are capable of spawning a raid within 9 chunks by 9 chunks. So 4 chunks in every direction of this. So if we go 4 chunks out, there's nothing here that could spawn a raid, nothing over there. We've got a few islands that are far enough away that I shouldn't have to worry about them. If I do end up having issues with them, I can always just cover them in water, and then we won't have problems with there. That ocean monument in the distance is too far away to matter. It can't spawn a raid anyways, but it should be far enough that we don't even have to worry about guardians or anything like that. So that's not a problem, but that's really important. We need to make sure that nothing within this area can spawn a raid, and also that this is in the exact same chunk position as it is in the world download. So the next step is to actually get some villagers into here. We need 1 villager way down at the bottom, another one about halfway up, and a third one just a little bit above the water. Now I already have a setup in my base at my villager breeder that I can send them off to the nether, up to the top of the nether roof. So that part's already done, and I can get them in a boat from there, and then I should be able to use nether portals. There's no nether portals anywhere around this area, so even a nether portal up at the top of the nether roof, if I set up another portal way down there, they should still sink, I think. Let's find out. I think so. they should sync, and then I could just like push the villager through and it'll come in way down there, remove that portal, get it up here, set up another one up here, and do the same thing, and then set up the third portal and push another villager through up there. I think that'll work, and it should be fairly easy to do, but with villagers, easy is a relative term, so let's find out. So far, so good. This has actually gone pretty darn smoothly so far. The one down here was probably the hardest to get in there, relatively speaking, which is to say it took a few seconds to get him into the composter itself. Then I put a roof over him and it was done. And then there's two more up above. Let's see if we can land on it. And there we go. So basically, I just didn't place this glass here, and I had a portal right here, and so we wanted him to fall into the hole there, and I had no difficulty getting him to fall into the hole. And it turns out we actually needed a fourth villager way up here, so I miscounted, and it's basically the same thing, we just need him to fall in this hole. Fortunately, I did bring 5 villagers just in case something happened or in case we needed extras. So over here on the nether side, we've got them all lined up, and all I got to do is bring him in the boat, and I want to line him up in the portal so he's in the portal so that basically as soon as I break this boat, he can't move around. He just immediately gets teleported. And then once we do that, we go onto the overside ourselves, and I might want to just break this portal here just in case. I don't want him going back through the portal. We also don't want this pigman to fall into the hole. That would be bad. And we just push him along, and there we go. And apparently that's all there is to it. I'm glad that did not end up being very difficult at all. So the next thing we need to do is we need to set up this structure here. We've already got a pretty good start. Astazor has been helping out. So we are going to run into a few hitches along the way, but there's some building that's required before we can even get to those parts. So I guess we'll get started on that. So first of all, everything about this thing is very, very cool. I'm going to nerd out a little bit because this is a very cool machine. One of the first things I noticed, let's go down here, is we've got these walls with the glass in between them. And this is used for instant transmission of a redstone signal down to the bottom there. So when that piston moves, the wall changes, the observer detects it way down there, and it swaps the workstations for them. I knew this was possible, but it's really cool seeing it actually used. So that'll transmit the signal instantly all the way down there, and that's pretty cool. But what's really cool is the storage over here, and I decided to keep the storage. One, because it's just easier. I mean, if the storage works, why reinvent the wheel? I know I like making new storage systems, but I also like looking at other people's storage solutions. And this thing is no exception. So one of the things I noticed right away is we've got these sorters into shulker box loaders, and then below it there's actually a shulker box that's down here. There's a shulker box sorter, so it actually spits all the shulker boxes into the same water stream, and then they get sorted by what the shulker box is full of, which seems a little unnecessary. You could just use a hopper line to feed all the items of the same type into one set of chests down here. You wouldn't need a shulker box sorter for that, but the shulker box sorter is very cool. This is different from Palapala's design, so I'd like to take that apart at some point and see how that works. But what's really cool is that these, as far as I can understand, these are 6x loaders. So we got 3 double speed hoppers feeding into each one of these loaders, and they're barely larger than, I think they're about the same size as my 4x loader, if I can fly in there. So yeah, I mean, these things are not very big at all. And we can see we've got the dispenser comes in from the bottom. We got dropper on top, dropper on both sides. being fired off by a clock. It's just a very cool system. I'm gonna have to take this apart. I think Astazora has already started taking them apart because, I mean, a 6X loader. These things are very cool. So I'm really excited about that. I mean, I love storage tech and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And I was joking to Astazora. I said that this machine was 95% storage and 5% raid farm. And that's not actually entirely true. I mean, it's obviously a bit of exaggeration to begin with, but man, like there is a lot of redstone that is densely packed inside of this building right here. You'd be surprised at what, like, there's a lot going on just in this little tiny building. There's just observers all over the place. It's got to push all the raid members all over the place. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure exactly what's going on. One of the cooler things is that you can, this is actually how you hit them. It uses sweeping edge. You stand here, you hit this minecart, and the sweeping edge hits the actual pillagers and stuff like that. And the cart just comes right back in. So that's fun. So I've stopped there. We've got a little bit further to go up. Not too much further to go up. But the next section actually requires some explosions. So I've got to set up some floating snow up there. And that requires headless pistons. Headless pistons require explosions. So I don't want to build much further until I actually set that up, because I don't want to blow up stuff, especially glass stuff. It will blow up a big old crater. So let's go set that. Let's see if we can get that working, and then we can finish up this building. And there's still a few more catches, but that's the first one. Let's start with that. All right, I think I'm ready to go here. So I'm one layer below where the snow needs to be. So the snow goes right there, and then the pistons are underneath where the glass is. And then I should be able to set an end crystal right there. Get some flame going on this block right here. There we go. And then hopefully, I don't know, he had a stone block. I don't know if quartz has the proper blast resistance. This might not work properly, but let's find out. Nope, nope. We got headless pistons here. So now, if I remember correctly, we place some regular pistons right here. Like so. And then redstone blocks to power them. Slime blocks right here. And then I think that's it. Let me check and make sure. All right, yep, that's right so far. So we need this snow now, which would go on top of these pistons here. And then we need all the blocks that are going to go around it, I think, because you can't update these after the fact. That makes sense. So let's place all these blocks all the way around it, like so. And then when I hit this lever here, we should have floating snow, and I should be able to remove all the blocks. That looks good. Yep, it looks like... Oh, did the pistons actually disappear, or did they break? Or that's kind of strange. But that looks like floating snow, and I got to do this one other time. No, it's just over here somewhere. Oh, it's on the other side over there. But that wasn't too hard. That wasn't too hard at all. Okay, wow, these are super close to each other. And I'm more than a little bit worried about that, because if I blow up one of these blocks, I'm pretty sure the snow on the other side breaks. I don't know if it's necessary, but I'm going to line this side with obsidian here. There we go. Let's do another layer down here, just to give ourselves a lot of blast resistance. And down here. And then up here, I should be able to still put the flame here and the end crystal. And then I'm okay with overkill here. I'd rather have too much obsidian than not enough. All right, let's put that glass block back. And crystals, flint and steel. Let's see if this works. If I have to do it again, I have to do it again, but I'd rather not have to if I can avoid it. Can I get over here? These things have gigantic hitboxes. There we go. I don't know if these are... All right. Headless pistons. And are we good over here? I don't. That's not great. That's not great at all. All right, how am I going to do this? 2 sets of headless pistons and then update them all at the same time. I think so. I do this. I can block this off and set up another set of headless pistons over on this side, and then I should be fine. Yeah. Let's try that. All right, here's hoping this works. Let's find out. All right, headless pistons. Check behind this wall here. Yep, still got headless pistons on this side. Headless pistons are stable, by the way, as long as you don't unpower them. You can place blocks right next to them, so I could place obsidian right up against where there would actually be a head, and that's perfectly fine. So now that there's no more explosions involved, I should be okay to set up both of these sides, and hopefully I shouldn't have any more problem. All right, moment of truth. Floating snow. Come over here. I could power these to the same source, but I don't think that's necessary at all. There we go. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, it actually does delete the piston that's underneath it, and that's probably how that works, because you have the head that's trying to retract, but there's a block in its way that shouldn't be there, so it just kind of like forgets it exists or something like that, and that causes the snow to not update. That's a pretty cool system. All right, now that we got 2 floating snows set up, I guess we'll build the rest of the building up until this point. Well, I've been at this little section of the building for about a day now. And there's nothing really that complicated about this little section of the building. It's just that I keep breaking the snow. Any block update whatsoever will break the snow. And so the first time I was placing blocks right under it, and I accidentally placed a glass pane right there underneath the snow, and that broke it. And so afterwards, I was very deliberate about where I placed blocks around the snow, and you should do the same if you're building this. And then I got up to the top, and we see these dispensers up here. When I was placing the dispensers, when I placing water in them, I accidentally shift clicked and placed water on top of the dispenser, which poured down and broke the snow. So I had to tear this part out and rebuild all this thing, which I'm going to have to do again. And I was a few blocks away. You can actually see there's only these few blocks that I needed to place, and I needed to get around to this side, and I accidentally placed a block up against the glass pane here on the other side, and that updates the glass pane, which updates the snow, and broke the snow. So don't do that. Yeah, this is a very delicate process. You have to be very, very careful. You have to be very deliberate about any of the blocks. Hopefully, if you're doing this yourself, you can avoid having it happen in the first place by just being super duper deliberate with all your actions and learn from my mistakes. But this is now the 3rd time I've had to tear all this out and rebuild the whole snow floating machine thing. And then once you do that, you have to be very, very careful as you place all the blocks back around it. And it's gotten a little frustrating that I broke it for the 3rd time late last night, and at that point I decided I just needed to walk away. It was, I was about to go to bed soon anyways. I'm like, I'm done for the night. I'm done for the night. Normally I have a very cool head about even some of the grindier things about Minecraft, but even this has my blood boiling a little bit. Man, this is... So like I said, hopefully you can avoid the frustration in the first place if you're doing this. But yeah, this has cost me some time. This has definitely been a difficult process. So let's get this part done. Hopefully this will be the last time. Just so you know, if anybody's building this, it is enough to place just 1 block of obsidian right in front of the other set of headless pistons, and that will actually protect them from the explosion from the second set. So it's a little less obsidian that you have to place and remove if you do it that way. This level right above the snow layer can be pretty hard to get at once I've got all these blocks in place, and that's what caused me the problem last time. So I think I'm going to place these blocks, if I can, ahead of time. Yeah, I should be able to. And I think that might help me solve some problems. And then I can place this layer that goes down below, which is quartz bricks right there. And then hopefully that'll solve me some headaches by doing it this way. And then underneath it isn't nearly as hard. I just have to be really careful about where I place blocks, but I don't have to like climb around the whole building in order to get at those blocks. I can just get at them from underneath. So that should help me out, hopefully. Hopefully. All right. As long as I don't do anything stupid, I think I got it. You know, that's not even the part I was the most worried about. We haven't gotten to that part yet. That'll be soon. So we've got these portals up here, and these are to make sure that the Ravagers get dealt with as quickly as possible. So they're just immediately pushed into the Nether, and then on the other side of the Nether, there is a giant swimming pool of lava that kills them off very quickly. And in the world download, they had this swimming pool of lava. It was right on top of the Nether roof, but we're actually quite a bit above that. We're at 171, and the bottom of these portals is actually at 163. So I came up with the idea that if I set up these portals at the swimming pool up above the Nether roof, floating up in the air, that I could actually set up another portal way down here, and that could be a portal at the Nether roof that we could actually use to get to and from this thing. So this one, we're now at 138, so that's only slightly above the Nether roof. And I've tested this out, and everything syncs properly. So this syncs down to the bottom portal, and then up here we've got the giant swimming pool. I haven't filled it with lava just yet, but you can see the portal up there, and that one syncs to the portals up there on the thing. So now we've got to fill this up with lava. So I'm pretty sure this is going to work fine. So we got to fill this whole thing with lava, and I think the best way to do that is let's start out with some potions. And I don't have inventory space for a bunch of things, but here we go. So let's put that away, and let's grab some buckets. And I think the easiest way to do it, I think we can just use the spread of the lava. So I've already set up this platform here because I don't want to use much more lava than I have to. Whatever, we'll just burn those. So there we go. So we're perfectly safe. We can use the spread of the lava. I don't know how many blocks it spreads in the Nether. It's a full 7. That's wow. Okay, so if we go, so it should be there. There might be some overlap. Yeah, there's a little bit of overlap there. All right, there we go. Got a nice little layer of lava here, and I just gotta make sure that I remove all the blocks. I don't know how I'm gonna tell if I removed all these blocks. I guess this would be probably the best way, is to actually swim down in it. This is probably a little less than ideal, but whatever. And I also have to, very important, I gotta make sure that I don't run out of fire resistance, so important to check this fairly often. I don't want to end up dying. All right, there we go. We got ourselves a giant lava swimming pool, although there's a small concern I have about the underside here. Yeah, I don't really care for one, that portal is off center. I put it exactly where they had the portal, but you can actually see it. I don't know why they put the portal off center. There's no fixing it now. This is staying like this. I want to finish this farm, but maybe if it bugs me, I might come back in the future and I might fix that. We'll see what happens. But for now, it's staying exactly the way it is. This next part shouldn't be too difficult, but I'm not entirely sure how it works. So we need 5 boats stacked into each of these slots right here. So let's go ahead and I guess the way you do this is you place a dispenser pointing straight down. This is a dispenser, right? Yep, dispenser. And then we put some water in here. And then we put some boats in the dispenser. I don't know if it needs to be right above the water or 1 block above or what. Let's find out. Put a button, and that actually seems like it worked. 2, 3, what was that? I don't know what happened there. 4. Oh, I jumped into the boat. I see. All right, let's be careful. This is getting harder now that we've got a bunch of boats here. Let's put the button on top of it then. Easy enough solution. Did we mess up one here? I think I messed up these boats. Let me break these and try again. I think it's probably easier to place all the dispensers ahead of time. You wouldn't want to have to break these walls after you've already put the boats in there. So something to keep in mind if you're doing this yourself. Oh, that's, oops, there we go. That's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. So, yeah, like I said, place all the dispensers first, I think, is probably the right way to do it. As a little side note, why is it only exactly on Halloween that we get these guys right here? We get those chests that look like gifts for like most of December. Why can't we get these guys for like the last 2 weeks of October? I mean, we gotta wait until exactly Halloween. I love these guys. It's a shame. All right, I've set up all the boats, and that means we finally reached the part that I've been dreading the most. We have to capture 4 evokers and put them right in the center right there. And then the boats will capture all their Vex, and I guess that's a Vex suppression device. But I'm worried about it. So I guess one of the ways that we can do this is we can set up a little platform. And so I think what I want to do is I want to utilize this right here. And if we give them a little platform here, and then we come here and we spawn a raid, we can actually use this area. And then I can give them a little platform. They'll fall down to the platform, and then I can use invisibility potions so I'll kill everybody else, and then the evokers, I'll use invisibility and try to lure them out and to minecarts, and then I can use the minecarts to get them down. And they actually stay in the minecarts. I just need to run a rail right in the middle there, and then I should be fine. And I think by using this, I can get rid of, I don't have to deal with the Ravagers because they'll spawn up there and they'll go straight through into there. That's my hope, at least. So I guess I'll do this on the other side and then go get some Bad Omen, and then we'll find. I'm terrified. I'm petrified and terrified. I'm terrified. Ugh, let's do this. We got to do it. Let's do it. All right, I have set up a portal that goes to the closest raid tower. It's right over here. So if I go through this, it just leads me right there. That should be a nice, convenient little thing to be able to do. So it's right... Oh, there's already a raid guy right there. So the tower, there it is. So let's find one of those guys with a banner. Get herself some Bad Omen. All right, I've got myself Bad Omen. Let's get an invisibility potion ready. Because I don't know if I can be invisible and actually trigger the raid. I don't think it matters, but we might as well do that. Then drink the potion. Take off our armor. Lost my helmet inside the machine somewhere, by the way. Hopefully it turns up at some point soon. But we should. Yep, there they are. They're just hanging out right there. So, I don't know how close. Actually, it's a good chance for me to see how close I can get to them without them seeing me. Super close. Right on top of them. Oh, this guy can see me. How can they see me? I guess once they've seen you, they usually can just see you. I don't have armor, which is becoming a problem. Alright, well, he's actually just sitting on the rail there. I don't know if he can see me or not. Let's find out. Got one guy left, and he's the evoker, and he doesn't seem to have paid me any mind. So far, so good. You just gonna go quietly? Oh, wow. That worked amazingly well. Let's make sure we name tag him. I might need to get down here. He's now called Provoker. All right, and that doesn't take him out of the raid. I thought maybe it would take him out of the raid, but apparently it does not. So I guess I've got to end the raid and start another one. Like, let this one time out or something. I'm not sure exactly what I do here because I can't end this raid unless I kill that one and he's still counting against the raid. So I guess I'll leave the area, try again, and come back. I guess we'll try that. So I've learned a few things about this. I've actually gotten one of the evokers through already, and unfortunately I lost the video for that because it was spectacular. But what I think I need to do, so I had Bad Omen. I don't know if it... So if I cycle this 2 times, it should start spilling out raiders, hopefully. Nope, not working. Alright, we've got an evoker here in the nether. That's fun. Oh, he just went... No, he's... I'm going to leave him in the nether. We might actually be able to use that. Let me
That's
come up.
actually handy.
Yeah, that might be useful. That might. Oh, there's more evoke. Oh my god. This is okay. Here's some of my stuff. There's Asta.
Get right there. Get
Here's
there.
the
Get
rest of
this
my
stuff.
stuff.
And then I've got all the other stuff down below as well as your rockets on me.
Okay. I got a full set of armor and I got health stuff and stuff like that. If we can leave just one evoker alive, we should be all right. There is a lot more than just one evoker, so we can kill
I can lure him. Hang on.
some of the evokers.
Let me
This is. You ever seen anything quite like this?
No, but I am absolutely having fun. Okay, get him. Do what you gotta do with him.
Oh, kill him?
No, that is an evoker.
Oh, we need to get rid of everybody else if we can. At least it needs to be safe. So the other evoker up at top, we need to kill him.
Okay, I can get him through another
Is
portal.
he in
Get
the
him through another
minecart?
portal. Just get him through another portal.
There we go. We just need to kill this guy. Oh, that was a Vindicator anyways. Oh my god.
That was close. That was close.
Okay.
Oh, is it? I think I sent him to the nether for you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I punched him in.
Now there's now there's a bunch of Vindicators. Oh my god. The ones we've already captured are definitely a nuisance.
They're not helping.
No.
I don't think you've got the golems distracting them yet, do you?
No, I didn't. Oh my god. I saw him. I saw him. He didn't blow up, did he?
No, he's dead.
Okay. Oh my god. There's another evoker up here?
Yeah, he's right up there on that platform.
All right.
He's right over here. That's nice landing.
Do you have an invisibility or?
I can just stay away from you while you do it.
Okay. Are there which platforms he on?
So on the backside, I'll fly up next.
Oh,
to
I see him.
right here. Yep. Ain't that handy?
Yeah.
I can have him target me while you do your thing. Unless you don't want to do that, I don't care.
That's fine.
Okay.
He's still hitting me. I am as visible, but he still sees me just fine. Let me make sure this one's. Yep, this one's got all the. Oh.
Okay, go away for a moment and let him focus on me for a minute. That way you're out of range and I am the target.
If you can push him into that minecart, that would solve everything.
Got him.
Got him?
Got him.
All right. One more. One left. Okay, I see you didn't actually get him moving, did you? Can we get him moving?
Where does he need to go?
He just pushed. That's fine. It's just as satisfying to get it on video.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. He seems to be... He's stuck in his spot. There's Vexes all over the place. Man, these things are a pain.
Is there glass behind him?
And then we actually managed to get 2 of the evokers out the nether portal. Oh, there's the other one right there. So I only need 1 of them. I think I can actually get him from here. Hold on.
Staying away.
Oh, shoot.
Did he fall in the ocean?
He went on top of the other one. He went the wrong direction.
Oh no.
All right, well, I can't get him out of there.
Yes, you can.
How?
If we break this rail, we can have them separate. So, okay, so break this powered rail there and place a solid block. Okay, and then do that right on the edge there. Okay, and then this is just a regular block right here. So if I break this, they both come out.
Oh my god.
Run.
Oh, I fell. That was...
Hang on, all I gotta do is over time they should separate.
That was a lot of fangs all at once.
I'm trying to get them. We need to activate both sides powered. That way they'll go back and forth.
There we go.
Okay, all right. There you go. Now you just gotta replace that solid block.
Here, let me name that one.
I don't have any name tags.
I got them. They're both named.
Good. Okay, fantastic. That wasn't too much of a problem solved. That was quick thinking on my part. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, no, that. Oh, they still see me.
They're hitting me hard.
So if I can get this one guy...
Dude, you can just swing your hand at the Vexes. They are not hard to hit. They do not have much health.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
All right, one of them's up. And he's away.
Break line of sight.
I'm still healthy. Let me heal
You
up.
say that, but I don't believe you.
I am healthy. I am healthy. I
mean,
actually haven't done that much damage to me somehow. All right, let me see if I can get this guy. Go, 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 go. No, of course he was on an unpowered rail. There we go. Go. Oh my god.
It's over.
It's over. Well, I hate that I was right, but unfortunately this ended up being quite a bit more complex than it looked like it should on the surface. The snow, for example, looked like it should be fairly easy. It was fairly easy, but they had quite a bit of complexity added in there as well. And then the evokers, dealing with those guys was every bit as scary as I thought it would be, and then some. But we ended up getting a lot farther than I thought we might. So that's fantastic. There's only some little details that need to be finished up. All the hard stuff's behind us, just little things, but there's a lot of them. There's a lot of little details before we can finish this project up. And those are going to have to wait until the next episode because I've ran out of time. I've already run a day over when I would have liked to have this episode out. And this episode's already going to be really, really long. But I like that I've added all these details because I think other people might want to build this farm themselves, and seeing all the issues that we ran into and ways that they might possibly be able to avoid them, like not breaking the snow in the first place. I don't know if there's an easier way to deal with those evokers. If you can find one, good on you. But like I said, I mean, it's definitely manageable. It was a hair-raising adventure getting those evokers in there, but we managed to get them there. But the rest of it's going to have to wait until the next episode. I'm going to try and get that out as soon as possible. Instead of having it be a full week, I'm going to try to get out an episode sooner than that. But until then, I want to thank you very much for watching. I want to thank Astazora so very, very much for his help. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you again real soon. Bye now.